morning. Some people said lately they can't hear us that good. So we'll try loud. I think I haven't been editing, and normally I turn the volume up. So I'll get back to that. We apologize if you can't hear us.
Yeah, we also, I don't know. We also have microphone. We should probably wait for this.
I can't do it with this phone. It had to be USB-C. I don't have, it's got to be, I don't know if that one was USB-C.
I don't know.
I don't know. But I think the video came out. Is that the video that came out yesterday? Yeah, the tractor.
Yeah.
We didn't tell y'all some things.
What did we do?
The car accident.
Oh.
My thing.
Okay, let me get up in here. I'm usually the one that talks more quiet. Can you hear me now? Ooh, I'm puffy this morning.
We legit just woke up.
Yeah,
if you can't tell.
I don't think we've said 2 words to each other so far this morning. This is like a fresh wake up. So Friday I worked.
I don't know.
Saturday.
I don't even know what today is.
So Saturday I worked. Saturday night, I was driving to work, sitting at the stoplight, and I'm on the phone with Jason. I always talk to him before I go into work. I get my mind right. And
no, I'm talking you out of not going to work. I'm like, no, you need to go. You need to go. Nah, we just talk.
And ooh, even my hands are puffy.
I feel it in my eyes this morning.
Yeah.
So what happened was we were talking.
And all of a sudden, someone just hits the back of the 4Runner, and it's hard.
Well, it was so loud from my perspective on that. I had the phone on speakerphone, and I think I was looking for something to eat. Or I know I was editing, and I was looking for something to eat, and I had just got up, and I put my phone on the counter, and I think I was about to look through the cabinets, and I heard, and I thought she dropped her phone.
Well, the phone did go flying.
But I didn't think of a car accident. I thought you just dropped your phone.
Yeah.
So that's where I was at until she yelled.
I started cussing. Well, no, I just said, son of a, I just got in a wreck, or someone just hit me.
Yeah.
And then we hung up, I went out.
Well, instantly you were like, I gotta go, and I'm like, are you alright? What happened to the car? Take pictures? Cause my head was like, if it's bad, make sure it's not like a hit and run, cause a lot of people do that. Try to get pictures of stuff, and
then in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna be late for work. I gotta call work. I don't know.
But you hung up quick, and I was just like, I don't know what happened.
I get out. Obviously, I'm a little mad. Because, new car and everything.
Well, it's an inconvenience too. No one wants to get in an accident.
And again, I'm just sitting at a stoplight. So obviously the person just wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
So I get out, and first thing I see, she's just immediately. I'm like, okay, I'm not mad anymore. It's just this little girl.
All of probably 16 years old.
Maybe just turned 16. I don't know. They all look like babies to me nowadays. But, she's a baby. And she just shaking and crying. I'm like, it's okay. Are you okay? It's okay. And then literally did nothing to the car. I was like, that's wild.
It hit where our hitch is.
Yeah, but it doesn't have a hitch.
No, it's the hitch. We just didn't have the ball hitch on there.
Oh.
It was just the actual hitch part on the bottom.
And it just made a little square on her vehicle where that was. Yeah, and I was just like, oh, I was like, I just gave her a little, I was like, it's okay. It's like, we've all been there. It's okay as long as you're okay. And I was like, if you want to get out and look, there's no damage, whatever, that I can see. And I told her that's a little square on her bumper, and she's just like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I was like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Shh. And then I ended up being like, are you okay to leave? And she's like, yeah. Like, I mean, she just shaking. And then,
But don't say the next part of the story yet.
okay. And so then I just went to work.
Yeah, well then you
And,
call me and you're like, everything's good, didn't mess up. I was already looking. I was like, all right, find the insurance card on my phone. Like, I was like prepared that it could have been bad. How do I help from being far away? Do I need to drive and go pick you up? Is it messed up?
Yeah. And I was like, maybe, I don't know, 3-4 miles away from work.
Yeah.
And I got to work on time. Yeah, I was actually early, I think.
Yeah. So that happened, and then it was the next day because you're working night. I go to sleep. I wake up the next day. I go to town. I'm getting my stuff. I'm driving back from town, and I'm going 60 miles an hour. This truck's coming 60 miles an hour at me, and I just last second see something right before my windshield. Then I hear boom! Whatever it was fell off that truck coming right at me.
That's terrifying.
Literally, not even like 12 hours after what happened to you, and it hits my windshield, and I just hear like boom, and then it happened so fast, and I kind of like look at the side like the truck, and they're driving past. I look into my rearview mirror and I see something like flying. Whatever hit me, like flew
Did they
over.
throw something at you?
Probably. But it like hit and it went off, and I was like, it took me a second to like really process like what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then I look at my windshield. It already had a crack from a rock a while back, but it cracked it in multiple other places. So now it's not like a huge spider web crack, but it was enough to like, it ain't gonna last too much longer.
Well, yeah, first of all, when you told me that, I was like, my brain always immediately goes to what, like, the worst thing that could possibly happen to Jason, and I'm like, and it's weird because I've never been that way, but, like, I just, like, have anxiety about anything that could happen to you.
Yeah. You're like, we don't have that life insurance policy on you yet?
Yeah, we gotta get married first,
Yeah.
and then...
But yeah, that happened, and I was like, oh, and then I call you, and then I'm like, oh, you got hit, I just got hit, or whatever, so then I get here.
Well, we were kind of like, this is just weird, we weren't like, I don't know, it just gave me weird vibes, too.
Well, yeah.
Like, something's in the air, the energy.
Well, and then, I know it's gonna sound weird or whatever, but I don't care, it's just how it happened. There was like 4 people that saw me in town. It was like, Gwen, if you watching, just a little shout out.
Hey!
But there were multiple people that I had talked to that day. Yeah,
Look
I saw
how pretty
that.
this guy is.
Not as pretty as you, baby. You're my sunrise and my sunset every day.
Baby.
Yeah. So whoever's throwing rocks at me on the highway, don't ruin that for her, because then who's gonna say this to her?
Yeah,
Another
I need
man?
to hear this.
Another man.
I need to hear this from a strong mustachioed, handsome man to get my day going. Okay?
So all that happens, and I call you. I'm like, man, today's just been the weirdest day. Like, you got smashed, and I consider it the same day, 'cause it's within 24 hours. She got smashed in the back of the car. I got hit by something. Got talked to a lot of people that day. I wasn't able to get what I needed done. Stuff like, I'm not complaining about that, but there's stuff that I couldn't get done. All of that. And I'm just like, what a weird day. And you're like, I'm going to grab some food. And then I said, all right, cool.
I wasn't even going to head out.
Yeah.
Come out here, so I was just going to sleep the rest of the day. But I was like,
You're like,
I'll just pick up some food, come out there, we'll have a good night.
I'm like, cool. I'm going to be doing my stuff. Give me a little heads up just so I know, if I'm not out in the very back or whatever, just give me a heads up. Well, then she calls me.
Well, no. So I'm on the phone with Ma,
Oh.
What's up, Ma? Coming into town, and it's funny as we were talking about like wedding stuff, and I was like, I gotta lose some weight, and then it's like, all right, I'm pulling as I'm talking about losing weight, I'm pulling the Pizza Hut.
It was thin crust.
I did get thin crust.
Yeah.
So I hung up with my mom and then went in, and I see this girl at the cashier, and I was like, she looks familiar, you know, and I check out and get the to-go order, and as I'm like walking out, I'm like, there's no way that's the girl that I just got in a wreck with in Tulsa, and I'm in Bristow. There's no way.
Yeah, an hour away.
And I'm looking just kind of before I leave, and I immediately see the truck, and I was like, what? And then
you call me.
Yeah, I immediately called Jason.
You're like, guess what? You'll never guess what. I'm like, yeah, I can't. Well, I don't know what's going on. The way you're so, like, I don't know what happened. And she's like, the girl that hit me works at the Pizza Hut in Bristow. And I was like, did you say anything? And she's like, no.
Well, it's like I didn't realize until I was like actually halfway out the door. I didn't want to be like, hey.
Yeah.
So it was just wild. I ended up, so after I got on the phone with you, I called my mom back. She said, what? And then I ended up calling the Pizza Hut. Like, I gotta say something, because what are the odds? We get in a wreck in Tulsa.
Yeah.
And then the next day, I'm picking up a pizza from the Pizza Hut in Bristow.
Yeah, so you went from, like, city, a lot of people, could be anybody, to our local Pizza Hut.
I mean, there's, like, nobody that lives in this town.
Yeah, no.
And it was wild. So I called, and I was like, is this the cashier? I just picked up a pizza. I mean, they gave the phone to the girl. She's like, yeah. And I was like, this is going to sound weird, but you look so familiar. And it didn't dawn on me until, like, as I was leaving. It's like, did you get in a wreck yesterday? She goes, oh my God, in Tulsa?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. I was just, like, laughing. I was like, I just had to call.
Yeah.
Say something because what are the odds? She said, wow, that's crazy.
And now she wants to go back to Pizza Hut just so I can see who it is.
Yeah. No, we gotta wait for some time. We don't want to traumatize her a little
bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just very weird. Like, all these things, just like in a 24-hour period, it was the weirdest thing. Like, it like, nothing was going right. 2 car accidents. Saw people that we never thought of, you know. Like, stuff like that. Like, all of this stuff happening. And then, as you guys saw, like, I don't know if it, at this point, I don't freaking know. It's like the next day or the day after or whatever. Like, the trailer comes off the side-by-side and smashes my hand. I mean, it's bruised right now, like, not bruised, but I could, like, right here, like.
So lucky.
I
again, immediately, first I'll make sure he's okay. I'm like, what if your hand got stuck in there?
I mean.
Like, you got lucky.
Oh, no. There was 2 things that could have happened. This is 100% my fault, but I just didn't think about it. I thought the concrete would be far enough forward that it would balance. It wouldn't just, the second I popped that pin, it just went boom. Like, with 1,000 pounds of concrete, just
hit your head.
If the side-by-side back wasn't that far up, because I'm standing over the top of it, if that wasn't back enough and it just hit the plastic on the end of it, if it didn't hit that, it probably would have smacked me right in the head.
It would kill you.
There ain't no telling, because it was the pin sticking straight up.
Yeah.
Like, would have hit me in the head. Or, if the metal bar was slightly, probably an inch back, my hand would have got stuck, and that would have been 1,000 pounds on that trailer. Just instant smash my hand on that thing. And the only thing that saved me was it hit the plastic, and the plastic bent up, and I was able to pull my hand out. Oh, that would have just ruined my hand.
I would pick that over smacking that.
Oh,
Force-
yeah, I would take my hand over and get smacked in the face.
The
Of course.
force of that would 1,000%. You get a brain injury.
Yeah, so, I mean, talk about, we dodged some bullets lately. I don't know why. Maybe karma. I don't know. But
People love to, like, when things are happening.
karma! Remember that one time you did this one thing? Well, I mean, something's always going to happen.
Especially,
It's not karma, it's a Crocker curse.
I think I said this in the Crocker Life video yesterday. Things happen, especially if you live out on a place like this.
Oh, yeah.
And you're working like this.
Yeah, and if you're active and you're constantly doing a bunch of stuff,
Yeah.
something's bound to happen.
Or using machinery.
Oh, we're using this big a pew pew that shoots nails out. Like, I could easily hurt myself.
Remember when I was helping you guys build the shoot dang shack in the Terrell?
I don't remember what happened.
had the nail gun. This is the first time I learned how to use nail gun. And I'm pop, pop, pop. And when you're in there.
Oh, it went all the way through the plywood.
Yeah.
I'm standing in there to make sure they're hitting the stud on the outside. And it shoots through the plywood and right past my leg.
Yeah, I think you just come out and you're just so nice. You say, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I'm gonna give me that now. But not that you would think that it would go all the way through the plywood, but it did.
Yeah, and I'm like, ooh, look at me.
Yeah, pop, get out of my way. But yeah, it was wild. If you're using stuff like that, you're using like a grinder, a saw, all these electric tools, everything. Working on tractors, we're on dirt bikes, 4-wheelers, side-by-sides, building the house.
Yeah, you guys know on a dirt bike.
Something's bound to happen, and it's not karma, it's real life. And
so pray for us.
Yeah. I guess that
we make it through this adventure.
Yeah. I guess what I'm getting at with that is like, something's always going to happen. And I'm not going to live in the fear of something happening. We're just going to live our life, and if something happens, that's the way I see it, you just deal with it. So, but there's a lot of people out there that would be like terrified to use like a tool or to get on a dirt bike or whatever. It's like...
Well, you're terrified of me using...
Well...
tools.
Yeah. I'm not saying just go out willy-nilly, be stupid, but try to be as safe as you can.
It's funny. It is funny. Why are you scared of me, like, using, like, a real chainsaw?
Well, that could really get you. Because it could pop back. It could do all sorts of things. And I ain't talking crap, but you have 0 upper arm strength. 0? You have negative. You have the worst upper body strength I have ever seen. Like, even a child would destroy you in an upper body strength competition.
Who almost beat you in arm wrestling?
Not you.
Liv.
Whoa, she's strong. She didn't almost beat me, but she is pretty strong for a little kid.
That was crazy.
She beat you.
No.
But yeah, that's why I don't like you having chainsaws and stuff, because...
Baby, I boost, in turn, patience.
I don't care.
They're babies and kids.
Yeah.
Every now and then when we get like a bigger, more adult size patient, I'm like, I'm gonna need help doing my turns and boosts, y'all.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I was trying to come up with like a...
I thought you would just be more concerned about me using tools, just because you just don't want anything to happen to me. About my upper body strength.
Well, that's the whole reason. Because if you're holding a chainsaw and it kicks back, you're not going to have the strength enough. It'll get you. That's what I'm saying. I'm looking out for you. Because you weak as hell. Alright, guys. We got to get off and get some work done and stuff. I'll just say this, because I know you guys are wondering about the barn. I know you guys are wondering if we got the dumpster. I know you guys are wondering if we're ever going to put out a video. I know you're wondering if whatever. I just say this. As crazy as everything has been with all these stories we just said, yesterday was a really good day. We were very happy with what we got done and what we did and everything, all of that. So, The videos will be coming. Just give us some time to edit the footage and whatnot. And, yeah. You got anything else you want to tell them?
Thanks for watching. Have a good day.
Come on, you can give more than that.
I don't know.
Come on. She hates when I put her on the spot.
Tell
Tell them a good joke or something. Leave them with an inspirational quote.
That's you're.
I'm Tony Robbins.
No, you're the wannabe. So they say. But you're even better.
Tell them.
My baby's even better. And then y'all just hating. Because you can't be motivational.
We'll leave it on there. Alright, guys. Bye.